Project Natal, Wii Vitality, and Final Fantasy XIV. It's all E3 all the time on this week's Oh My God, This Week Was For The Win. Welcome back for another new installment of Oh My God, This Week Was For The Win. I know you missed us terribly. I'm your host, Luke Brown. Thank you. You might remember me from Hadco Games, Earth's Mightiest News, or as the dumbass narrator of the Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker frame by frame who fucked up how much time had passed between that game and Metal Gear Solid 3.
Also, Juggernaut's not a mutant.
Sue me. Anyway, we're already a week behind schedule, so let's just get right to it. This year's Electronic Entertainment Expo kicked off with Microsoft's press conference, which aired the day before the event officially began. Among the games revealed sure to cause second semester GPAs to plummet was one truly innovative concept. Project Natal is Microsoft's full-body motion capture camera controller peripheral device. Perhaps you caught sight of Kudo Sonoda's Avatar shoe dance.
You ever wonder what the bottom of an Avatar shoe looks like? Well, bam! There it is.
Nice.
Natal, which doesn't have a release date as of yet, also provided the necessary segue into Peter Molyneux's next project, tentatively titled Milo. The latest Lionhead Studios effort utilizes the Natal camera to allow gamers to interact with a supple adolescent boy named Milo.
Supple?
While there are a few things creepier than old British men creating nubile virtual children to interact with, several of the scenarios you just thought of come pretty damned close. Of course, attendees of E3 never got to see the early concepts for the game that would eventually become Milo, but here at Oh My God, This Week Was For The Win, we went deep undercover to get you lucky viewers a glimpse of what might have been. First up, we have Project Churchill, where gamers would have interacted with the former British Prime Minister, though that was scrapped when Churchill kept referring to players as sodding cunts and often acted inebriated, despite Molyneux's insistence that liquor wasn't part of the programming. The next step was a complete 180 entitled The Benny Hill Experience. The game was often hilarious, but development was halted once programmers realized the game kept running the same 5 joke programs over and over again. While sales for those two games may not have cracked the low hundreds, one has to wonder whether or not the guaranteed 530,610 copies of Milo that will sell to all the registered sex offenders in the United States played a part in the decision to scrap the original plans. Come on. Don't act like the thought never crossed your mind.
Which thought?
Not to be outdone with incredibly bizarre announcements, Satoru Iwata took the gaming world by surprise when, amidst Nintendo's snooze fest of a press conference, he revealed the next step in the Wii's evolution, the vitality sensor.
Yeah! Oh,
Wait, what? Really? A pulse oximeter? Really? According to Nintendo, the device will reportedly sense the user's pulse and a number of other signals being transmitted by their bodies, and then it will provide them with it will provide information to the users about the body's inner world. Listen, the other announcements like Mario Galaxy 2 and that new Metroid game aside, Nintendo is out of its damn mind. Now I know Nintendo's not actually a person, but you can't tell me that the company as a whole is thinking rationally. I'm quite convinced that concepts like these are developed just to fuck with everyone. Clearly there's no doubt in their minds that soccer moms are going to gobble this garbage up like early Western settlers jumped all over snake oil. But I have this inkling that future generations are going to look back on this product and wonder why the drugs in the year 2418 aren't nearly as potent as the ones Iwata was on. No, seriously, how fucked up do you think he and Miyamoto get when they're on quote-unquote brainstorming sessions? God, wouldn't you just love to be a fly on the wall for one of those? I can see it now. Hey, Miyamoto-san, yeah? What if we put out a pulse monitor and call it like the vitality sensor? Dude, people are totally gonna put their dicks in it. Yeah, man, like, whoa, you see that? What, that 7-armed goat with Reggie's head? Yeah, man, this acid is awesome. Oh, Nintendo, you're so crazy. Sony may have been the last company to present their upcoming slate of intellectual properties, but that didn't stop them from dropping major bombs like Mod Nation Racers, The Last Guardian, and their own new motion controller technology, but perhaps most shockingly, Final Fantasy XIV. Yay. Jack Tretton dropped jaws across the world when he unveiled Square Enix's next major release bearing the Final Fantasy name. Of course, those jaws immediately returned to their locked and upright positions once people realized the game was going to be a massive multiplayer online role-playing game in the vein of Final Fantasy XI. Joining us now is our MMO correspondent, Coop Cooper Steenberg. Coop, what's the feeling like out there in the wild world of MMO gamers? So, what type of sales number are you predicting for this game? Coop? Coop? Must have lost the satellite feed. Oh well. Boy, I'm exhausted. All that E3 news really took a lot out of me. Gonna go nap now, but be sure to tune in next week for another exciting installment of Oh My God, This Week Was For the Win.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye, Luke. Luke, I'm pregnant.